Hello my dear students, today we will discuss about the food web. In the last lecture we have talked about the food chain. In a food web, many food chains are interconnected. Here you can see various food chains are there, and these chain connected to form food web. Food web is a network of food chain which become interconnected. All the food chains are interconnected with various trophic levels. Trophic level, as I have already discussed about T1, T2, T3, T4, T5 and T6. These are the trophic level. T1 पे आते हैं हमारे प्रोड्यूसर्स, T2 पे आ गए हमारे हर्बीवोर्स, ठीक है, कार्निवोर्स, these are the primary carnivores, then secondary carnivores, ठीक है, primary carnivores, then secondary carnivores, then tertiary carnivores, and then हमारे आ जाते हैं decomposers. These are the decomposers. ठीक है, तो ये सारे जो हैं these all are interconnected and no one food chain is linear. Many food chains are interconnected by more than one junctions. Here many food chain interlinking and form food web. So to form the number of feeding connection among us different organism of a biotic factor. ठीक है, next, what are the characteristics of food web? Number one, in ecosystem no food chain is independent. Here this is the point, no one food chain is independent. Second point is interlinking of a number of food chains. Many food chains are interconnected with each other, and it also helps in checking the overpopulation of different type of species. ठीक है, so three main important characteristics of a food web is, number one is in ecosystem no food chain is independent, interlinking of food chain and control over the population. So many type of food chains are there. Predatory food chain may be there, parasitic food chain may be there, and sporophytic food chain may be there. So three type of food chain are predatory, parasitic and sporophytic food chains. Here many factors which affect the food chain and food web. First of all, age and size of the species or availability of food resources determine the position of animal in a food web. कोई भी फूड वेब जब बनता है तो उसमें डिपेंड करता है कि किसी ऑर्गेनिज्म की एज क्या है और उसका साइज कितना बड़ा है और फूड का रिसोर्स किस तरह का है. तो ये सारी चीज़ें डिपेंड करती हैं कि किस और उस ऑर्गेनिज्म का फूड वेब में कौन सा ट्रोफिक लेवल है. फूड वेब ऑपरेट अकॉर्डिंग टू टेस्ट एंड फूड प्रेफरेंस. मीन्स कोई ऑर्गेनिज्म किसी एक ऑर्गेनिज्म को खाना पसंद करता है, दूसरे को नहीं करता, तो हो सकता है कि वो दूसरे ट्रोफिक लेवल पे चला जाए, उसकी बजाय किसी फूड चेन में वो सेकेंड नंबर पे है ट्रॉफिक लेवल में, या किसी में थर्ड नंबर पे भी हो सकता है। तो ये सारी चीज़ें आ जाती हैं इसमें कि टेस्ट एंड फूड प्रेफरेंस। देन थर्ड पॉइंट इज कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ एनी फूड वेब डिपेंड्स अपॉन द बायोडाइवर्सिटी, कि किस तरह का फूड अवेलेबल है और वहाँ की बायोडाइवर्सिटी कैसी है, तो उस तरह से फूड वेब का जो नेटवर्क है वो उतना कॉम्प्लेक्स होता चला जाता है। तो ये सारी चीज़ें बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी हैं। अगर हम बात करते हैं किसी प्रीडेटरी फूड चेन की, तो प्रीडेटरी फूड चेन स्टार्ट फ्रॉम प्लांट एंड साइज ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिज्म इंक्रीजेज, while parasitic food chain size of organism decrease while number of organisms increase, and in saprophytic food chains these proceed from dead animals to microorganisms. So these all things make a food chain more definable. Here it is a network of food chain. You can see here it is a corn plant, it is a flowering plant, and all this lavender plant and mango tree. ठीक है? Here you can find out these are the producers. These are the producers. Producers are green plant. They entrap the energy from the sun. All these plants entrap the energy from the sun. It is a common source, and the energy comes from the sun, and they take it and make their food themselves. And this type of food which is produced by the producer is taken by, it may be a grasshopper, it may be a butterfly, it may be some other insects. ठीक है? Many insects eat the producers, or you can say green plant depends upon their taste. Then these are known as herbivores. Herbivores, because these directly eat the producers or green plant or their products. So here these herbivores, you can say in turn eaten by many carnivores. Here rat may be, frog may be, dragonfly may be thrush. Many type of carnivores, they can eat these small herbivores, insect or these type of organisms. This bird can eat grasshopper, this bird can eat butterfly, this bird can eat fruit fly, depend on the taste of the bird. Even this frog can eat many of these insects. So interlinking is there. ठीक है? Then in turn these carnivores are known as primary carnivores. These are primary carnivores. This not indicate the primary carnivores. ठीक है? तो primary carnivores are in turn eaten by secondary carnivores. ठीक है? These in turn eaten by the secondary carnivores. It may be python, it may be a wolf, it may be a eagle. In turn, it may be eaten by this python. This frog may be eaten by the python. This rat may be eaten by the python, or this dragonfly may be eaten by the python. Any of these may be eaten by these secondary carnivores. It may be a wolf, it may be eagle, it may be python. These are the further carnivores, and these may be further eaten by some other tertiary carnivores. In this food web, maybe a tertiary carnivores may be present, and that tertiary carnivores may eat them secondary carnivores. Then here you can find out a aquatic food web. That was a terrestrial food web. Now this is aquatic food web. In aquatic food web, you can find out that there are many producers. There may be green plant, which are submerged plant. Phytoplanktons may be there, and phytoplanktons in turn eaten by the zooplanktons. Okay? And zooplanktons in turn eaten by many other organisms living in the water, and these may be in turn eaten by many insects, and those insects are to be eaten by the fishes, and fishes may be eaten by many other larger organisms present in the aquatic food web. But the energy in any food web is given by the sun. It may be a terrestrial food web or it may be an aquatic food web. All the energy is given by the sun in the way of sun radiation. Here it is a symbiotic food chain which is start with dead organic matter. Here some dead organism. This is the dead organic matter. This dead organic matter may be eaten by a crayfish. This in turn eaten by other fish. This is in turn eaten by the other fish, and this is eaten by here other larger fish than this. Okay? In other way, these are the protozoa which are in turn eaten by algae. Algae may be eaten by snails, and snail may be eaten by beetles. So many interconnections are to be formed, but this arrow indicates the transfer of energy from that organic matter to this and this to this. But in this here direction of arrow is from this to this. So this indicates the transfer of energy from lower level to the higher level. So many trophic levels are formed here, and these are interconnected in a food web. What is the significance of a food web? Here it gets stabilize the ecosystem. This is the most important significance. फूड वेब स्टेबलाइज करता है इकोसिस्टम को. ठीक है, दिस इज द मेन इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. सेकेंड इज फूड वेब इन इकोसिस्टम गेट डेवलप्ड. Many food web are developed and this food web depends upon the taste of the organism and age of the organism. So many food web are here found in the okay. Thank you so much. This is all about the food web, I think. Thank you.